kidding. It's the brand new Bare Knuckle Show. Rob and I are sitting here just doing I Think You're Live. Great countdown.
Yeah.
The brand new Bare Knuckle Show. That's right, we're late. We're late as it is. I mean, that's what we do. We run on Social Standard Time, on Rob's Standard Time. Apologies for being late, but we have to make sure everything's up to snuff for you. We're excited. The new Bare Knuckle Show. You see the new logo in the background, new channel we're on, but we still the same love we're handing out. We're still going to be on it, on all the stories, man. On like white on rice, like spots on dice, like coal on ice, Rob. I know you like the rhymes, right? How you feel about the new show? You excited?
I am excited, man.
So
I'm really
what's going to be different about the new show?
I have no idea.
All right, I can tell you a couple things that I know might be different. Rob's just like, Rob's tired.
I'm reading these comments from our last, so the marketing department got a very heated review. If you want to check out Facebook, it's the last post on there from a very upset customer, and it was like bleep, 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 bleep. And basically, they asked everybody to weigh in and provide the best response. So go ahead and head over to Facebook, take a look.
Some
at
good
that.
responses so far.
Yeah.
Can you read any out loud? What's going on? What do they say? Because I love when people weigh in.
Some of it's not safe for work, so I'm going to hold off on a
What,
few.
you're saying that on a Bare Knuckle Show, that it's not safe for work? You're talking about them, because we say whatever the hell we want here. I mean, that's the difference on the Bare Knuckle Show. I can say whatever I want. Is that true?
All right. So let me go right into and read the actual review, if this is a review. Okay. Why don't you DIX just take a effing Google account instead of making me write down my effing account and password? Suck my effing DIC. Get a different job. Take the Google account or go F off. I don't remember the effing password, you little B. Go ask Google policy for my effing password, you effing hoe.
Wait, now hold on. Explain to me,
like my man or woman was heated.
I get it. But explain to the people watching. I mean, and explain to me, because I don't know. This is your lane. Explain to me where that came from again, in case they missed it.
I have no idea.
Is that like a review?
Idea.
What is it?
I am not sure what this is, or what the issue is with their account, or what they're attempting to do. I'm assuming it's the BKTV app that they lost their password. But that got
emailed to us or something?
Something to do with their Google account, and the replies are great.
Oh, I love it. Well,
right, so head over to Facebook. It's the last post on there. Drop a comment in there.
And then isn't there something, if I can remember, I'm probably talking out of turn here because I don't, but isn't like the best comment wins something?
Well, one comment's like, give this dude a free year of BKFC TV. I think we might, because that's just golden, man. This is just hilarious. There's like 200 comments, man. I'm trying to go through them all. Everyone's gonna be writing negative things, trying to get free memberships for BKTV. Listen, excited to tell you a lot of stuff to get to. Mm-hmm.
I know Rob's tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I've been up since like 3:15 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep last night. We both always deal with having kids, so that's one thing. But last night you were up because your kid wasn't feeling well, right?
Yeah.
So you're tired too?
Yeah. He's up. I'm up. Everybody in the house is up. You know how it goes.
My kid was sleeping like a baby. I just woke up at 3:15. I couldn't fall back asleep. So I'm here. I got Tiger Life rocking and rolling. Yep. I got coffee in me, and I still don't know where I'm at. But it's going to be good because I do the new Bare Knuckle Show and everything we're going to talk about today. I know Evan's thinking about having kids. Evan, what? Lord Evan.
Yeah.
You thinking about having kids? Look how grumpy he is. Why are you so grumpy?
If this was Sesame Street, that dude would be living in a trash can.
Yeah, right? Grumpy bastard.
Yeah, I'll have kids one day. Why?
You'll have kids one day.
Yeah.
And when you have your children, you're going to be very loving, and you're going to be up all night with them, and you're going to be tender towards them and give them hugs and tell them how proud you are, correct?
If they can make me proud, yeah, sure.
Tall order.
Tough crowd.
I try to make Evan proud all the time, and he never tells me he's proud, so I can't imagine being his son.
Are you a very lovey, kissy dad with your boys and girls?
I love my son. I love my son, love my daughter. Yeah, I'm very very supportive and stuff, except for when they keep me up all night. That makes me a little angry, but that was my own fault last night. I hope your kid feels better, Rob.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Evan, that's your turn to say here because his kid feels better. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of where we're going, we don't know where we're at. We actually know where we're at with the rankings now, apparently.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the rankings today. We're excited about that. We're going to read some of your comments, and it's very polarizing, the rankings. A lot of people do not agree. Some agree. You agree on some of them, but there's people that are heated. We've been checking them out, and we're going to share our thoughts and share the rankings if you missed them for some reason. Also, everyone's talking still about Chris Rock and Will Smith. You've seen the
slap
memes.
heard round the world, Brian.
That's what I have to say about that. We'll get into that in a little while. Fake. And then also we're going to talk about a viral fighter. Wait, that didn't sound... a fighter went viral, I should say it like that. A fighter that went viral and what's going on with that and how he went viral. A lot of stuff to get into today. A lot of events coming up as always. I think the first thing we should talk about is Chris Rock and Will Smith. Let's get that out of the way and talk about our thoughts on that, because everyone is. I actually saw Lorenzo Hunt said it was fake. He thought. I saw it on Instagram.
Did he?
I've talked to a couple other fighters. They have mixed emotions. I thought when I saw it, and I'd love to know what the comment section would think, I thought that when I saw it, it looked to me like a theater punch, like it was staged. That or Will Smith like not a punch, a slap, I should say. And I saw people breaking it down. I'm not breaking it all down. I just know when I first saw it, I thought, I don't know. Everyone thinks it's real, but that's where pro wrestling had its roots. They used to be real, like the 1900s, and then the early 1900s. And then two guys kind of figured out we can work together and make more money and make this better. So who's to say that Will and Chris didn't work together and say, we're going to take over the internet, we'll be the talk of the Oscars? You know, I know that's not really what you want to be known for, but we've talked about it time and time again. Social media rules, and that's a way you're going to get recognized. And I don't know if Will needed to get recognized. I don't know if Chris Rock needed to get recognized, but it sure did bring them into the limelight way more
at least
than
the
they normally
Oscars. I think the Oscars have been tanking for the past couple
Dude,
of years.
If I was an Oscars producer, director, whatever, I'd be dancing when that happened. I'd show it in slow-mo. Come on, man. But I don't think, I'm still not sure if it was real.
Yeah, the gift and the curse, man. You want to be known. You want to get those eyeballs on your product. But this is supposed to be, this is supposed to be the most prestigious for actors and everybody in Hollywood. And, I don't know why we have an Oscar show anyway.
I don't either.
Nonetheless, that's supposed to be their grandiose, time. They dress to the nines. It's the red carpet. Everything looks great. You're on your best behavior. It's the pinnacle of professionalism. And if it was staged, it's terrible.
Hey, man, it gets
either way, I think
the ratings have been tanking. So who's to say it wasn't staged is all I'm saying. But if they fought what's up, Ev?
I have my input on
Get on that mic so I can hear you.
Hello.
There you go.
Hurry up. You have 10 seconds.
Hurry up. Why? Here's what I think. In TV, everything's usually scripted. Like on the Oscars, they have a whole rundown. And when something like that happens on TV, like if you saw when Perry and Lane got into an altercation, they didn't know that was happening. So the director cuts to a super wide shot. Yep. So in case like it's some guy pulling a gun or something, you don't want to show that.
Of course.
But they kept it on like, a close camera so you could see what was going on. That makes me believe that it may have been planned.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He's right. They do. Like the Perry Lane thing, wide shot, house went dark.
But they did cut the audio, which is strange.
Yeah, but not everywhere. They only cut it here. They had the audio airing in like Australia and everywhere else still. You can see
Evan,
the full
isn't
clip.
there a delay though?
There's a delay if there was swearing.
Oh, there was.
Yeah, there was swearing. So like,
Keep
if that's on, there's usually a 15-second delay, so master control can turn the audio down. So maybe, that's a good point actually, because if they wanted it to stay on TV, they wouldn't have cursed or anything.
Yeah, but at that point, you could make the argument that it's all about social media now anyway, even over TV. So maybe they're thinking they're going to get the bang on social media. Everyone's going to tune in. I mean, I didn't tune in, but a couple people texted me. I was getting ready to go to bed. I wasn't even paying attention. Then I saw like what happened. So it made me pay. I could care less. I didn't know the Oscars were on.
If it was fake, I think it was pathetic. If it was real, I still think it was pathetic.
Well,
you're right.
We got the clicks as well, Rob. Let's not forget.
We
made
free.
our memes out of it.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, free advertisement to the world.
Yeah, it worked.
But my thing is though, the way, if it was fake, real, whatever, if it was real, the way it was done, there's the tail of the tape up there. If you want to say tail of tape, that comes from I think the Sun in the UK. They put this up. We thought it was funny.
That's great.
So I think if it was real, I mean, we're Philly guys, but screw you, Will Smith, because seriously, like it's a comedian making a joke, and you were laughing at it, and then your wife sicked you on him. You could have gone backstage and talked to him, man. And man, if you want to punch him or slap him there, you do it there. You don't do it on live TV. It's disrespectful to the award show. It's disrespectful to the directors. I mean, I love it. I wish I want it to happen every Oscars.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air isn't like a super drama, right? It's a comedic, whole heart. It was a great show. So it's not like Will Smith, his sole acting responsibility is drama or action. He's actually a comedian. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He understands
I'm a fan of him. But
so now you're opening up, just, listen to Joe Rogan's take on it and every other, major comedian, because I think they have a good point. You're opening up Pandora's box to say, if I don't like what you have to say, I can hop up on stage, smack you in front of the world, go sit back down, accept an award, go party after the fact.
Like nothing happened.
And have all of Hollywood give me a standing ovation. fucking clown show, man. The fucking clown show. Yeah, we're gonna get banned for that.
It's the circus, yeah. They're gonna take us down for that. But here's the other thing. I do, like I said, believe that I'm a fan of Will Smith. Growing up around here,
Let's just have a little bit of integrity, just a tad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
like
all.
they're gonna say no violence. We're trying to have integrity, and then you see that happen on the award show. So if it was real, no excuse for it. If it was fake, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And you're acting like you are probably more enraged than I am. I love when stuff goes off the hinges like that. I wish that happened. Like I said, every single show.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a quick example. Is everyone thought how brutal Bare Knuckle was?
Yeah.
You watched the Sam Shoemaker. It was one of the first viral videos that came out for BKFC. It was Sam Shoemaker, Eric Prindle. Sam Shoemaker knocked the lights out of him.
Yeah.
The comments, though, if you go back and read the comments, it's up on the YouTube channel, up on the app. If you read the comments, though, it was like, wow, the way he helped him up, the way he asked, how are you doing? Making sure, hey, let's grab a beer after this. Like the camaraderie, the respect, the integrity was the number one comment. It wasn't like, wow, what a brutal shot. It's people's ability to say, wow, they competed as competitors and sportsmen. One lost. They won like a champ. They lost like a champ.
That's what you do.
And they took it on the chin.
That's what you do.
And that's what people want to hear and want to say. Some sort of level of integrity.
I agree. And the last thing I'll say about this is that I do agree with Joe Rogan and any stand-up comedian that said that. You're opening up Pandora's box. But even before Will Smith, that's been happening with comedians where they're kind of canceling comedians. Back in the day, comedians were allowed pretty much carte blanche. They could say anything they wanted to say, whether you agreed or not. That's what a comedian does. They poke fun at the stuff in society that people don't.
That has always been about saying what you're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
And making the worst jokes ever.
Exactly.
Like, horrible.
That is literally the host's job on the Oscars. Yep. They're a comedian to keep it lighthearted.
Any kind of comedian.
To crack jokes. I mean, I gotta, a lot of people are throwing it around. They're like, Chris Rock said that joke. Will Smith smacked him. Excuse me. If The Rock said that joke,
Will Smith would have sat in his seat.
Would Will Smith have actually attempted to go up and smack him, or was he just being a bully?
No, he was being told by his wife to go up there and smack him because you saw he laughed and then he went up there. And the other part of that is that, like, you can't. I still think it looked pulled to me. It looked really fake. And then if you're Chris Rock, kudos to Chris Rock for handling it so well and getting back on the track like that. And the other thing is, I want to go one more thing is, he's saying, oh, my wife's gone on record. She has a problem. What's it called? Alopecia. I don't want to say it wrong. And I'm sorry if she has it. I'm sorry if anyone has that. It's terrible.
Sure. But
this is going to sound smart ass, but it's not now. The world understands what alopecia is because he made that joke and that happened. More people are aware of it now. So you should be thanking Chris Rock, Will Smith. And I'm being serious. Because that was like a public service announcement. If that wouldn't have happened, I didn't know she had alopecia.
Listen, man, if we actually tested every human being, we'd all find something wrong.
I got a lot wrong with me and my brain.
You know what I mean? So we could find a disease for anything. Like, oh, you're lacking.
What would you have? What would your disease?
Lactose intolerance.
Is that what it is? I eat ice cream, my stomach starts to bother me. Is that lactose intolerance?
Yeah, brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No cheese, no milk.
I love cheese and milk.
I know.
Do you think I need to run in and slap Socia so we can get some viewers on the new channel?
I'll let you do it. Come on, do it. Seriously. Come on in.
It's at the very beginning phase.
Come on. Come in. Evan, I'm not kidding. I'll take the slap.
But to your point, I don't think it was fake because Jada Pinkett Smith's reaction to the joke it seemed to be a very, very organic reaction. And I think that there's a lot more to unpack. Obviously they've had issues in the relationship. She literally put him on blast. She brought her husband or a estranged husband. I'm not sure their relationship at the time, if they were separated. She brought him onto her show and just literally roasted him in front of the world.
Yeah, and cheated. She was sleeping with other guys and all this stuff, and he was allowing it. And that was the joke I saw on. But it's not my relationship. It's theirs. But the joke I saw that was funny was something like, "I'll let my wife sleep with other men, but if you say anything about her, you better keep the name out of your But that's not my relationship, so I can't.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is Chris Rock caught the brunt end of a lot of demons that Will Smith, I think, is carrying around. Yeah,
definitely.
It's unfair, and it's done so on the worst platform.
Is this segment are we done this segment right now?
I think we're going to.
Okay, can I end it? I'm going to end it the right way. Since Evan's not going to slap me, I'm going to look come on, get a hard shot of me here. Right here, watch this. I'm going to do this for the viewer. And I'm really going to do it, Rob. Evan won't slap me, so I'm gonna.
You're gonna have a handprint on your face.
Who cares?
For the
That's why
show.
it's on this side. You ready? Watch.
Hold on. Before you do that, how many likes can we get to get Brian to smack himself?
Probably
in
a
the
lot
face?
of people would like to. There are probably people come all around the world that'll love me to see me smack myself. All right, you ready? I'm going to do it. Hit those likes. The more likes we see, the more I'll do it. I'll do it like I'll punch myself, whatever you want.
Don't hurt yourself.
Smack or punch? What should I do?
I don't know.
Let's do a slap.
I'm uncomfortable.
Because I don't want to punch myself in the head. I can't hear you, Evan. I hear you in the other room saying something, but here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to smack myself.
Here we go. There it is. Is that it?
Here we go. 1,
Oh, boy.
2, 3.
Ooh.
I'll do it again.
Stop it.
Okay. New segment. You think that's going to get clipped? BKFC show!
That's not it. We're the bare
Oh,
knuckle.
no, we're the Bare Knuckle show. Damn, I got to do it again.
Oh God.
Bare Knuckle show, 12:05 Thursdays!
Brian's inbox is going to be flooded with the executives from the Oscars to host next year's show. But like, we know who's not going to have an issue next year taking a slap.
That kind of hurt. My head just turned red. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next segment. Wow, and that one with a bang.
Change the channel.
Change the channel. All right, listen. The other thing I want to talk about is a fighter that went viral. We saw this. Actually, I do a show called Sports Grid I help out with where some fighters show up on that sometimes. It's wonderful. Shout out to Mafia. I know he watches the podcast. Big fan. He gave us a shout out. And we saw Lorenzo Hunt being interviewed on there. I did. And I was working with them. And when he asked about the GOAT, the host, Brian, asked about the GOAT because Elvin always does the GOAT thing. He's like, oh, I haven't done that yet. He goes, I'll grind my knuckles into the hot Puerto Rican sand. That's more Elvin's thing. And then like a couple hours later, we had a video with Lorenzo and a goat out, and then it went viral. And poor Elvin, because he's done this, it's his goat, Pancho the goat.
Yeah.
And he's never gone viral. But Lorenzo, leave it up to Lorenzo to go viral. I mean, there was March Madness stuff involved. I saw it on Fox Sports. I've seen it all over.
Yeah.
Do we have a clip of the goat? I don't know if we have that ready. Do we have that ready or no?
Give me a sec.
All right, they're going to be looking it up. So I thought it was interesting that it went so viral. It was great. A friend of mine who doesn't know anything about bare knuckle, he's not a sports guy. He sent me a clip. He goes, check this out. I'm like, that's one of our fighters. And he goes, oh, really? You guys went viral. So I knew that it kind of crossed the threshold when I saw that.
Yeah, Lorenzo Hunt is a viral making machine.
He does.
Lifting cars, fighting goats.
Everything.
Breaking belts.
Breaking belts.
Hopping into the ring. Seriously.
Do we have audio on this too?
I'm used to that shit. Oh, he's buzzing. Oh, damn.
Come on, Pancho.
He's really trying.
Come on, Pancho.
Come on, Pancho.
Come on, Pancho. Come on, Pancho. I ain't never gonna give up. Come on, Pancho. Come on.
Joe Riggs is going to have his hand full, man.
Come on, Pancho. Come on, Pancho. I ain't never going to give up. I love it. I love that. So Joe Riggs, we're doing this Ungloved series leading up to their fight, which is coming up in Great Falls, Montana on the date April 30th. So it's going to be a fight a lot of people are excited about. So we do the Ungloved series where we follow them both. And we were doing some shadowing of Joe the other day, and I didn't get to see any of the clips of this. I just got pictures, and I think we have them. Joe's answer to that, and this is going to be caught on film. They found a baby goat on the side of the road, and this is what I found. So this is his answer to him going viral. This is how much Joe cares. Look at it up here. And then I think he's coddling the baby goat in one of the pictures too. Look at that.
I can't wait. I can't wait to catch that episode.
Lorenzo is going to be hell bent on talking about this, I'm sure. But yeah, that'll be on Ungloved. That'll be on the app, bkfc.com to grab it.
Yeah, rumor has it Joe does not have so many kind words to say about Lorenzo and the way he carries himself as a champion.
Yeah, a bit of, to peel back the curtain a little bit when we spoke to him. He
Not
thinks
giving away too much, right?
No, just a little bit. A bit of narcissistic behavior, and Joe doesn't seem to be a fan of that, and he can't seem to understand that. But there'll be more about it in Ungloved. Again, bkfc.com. You want to check it out. It's going to be up there. We're excited for that, to release that when it comes out. But we still have to get up with Lorenzo yet and talk to him. So it's being produced right now, kind of trying to pull the curtain back a little bit. And we figured we'd show you some behind-the-scenes stuff. I love it. That fight's going to be great. And actually on that card, April 30th in Montana, Great Falls, the co-main event, I think it was recently announced. I saw it on the website. There's Joe. There's Joe. Wait a minute. There's Joe coddling the goat now. Look at big smile. Look at that smile on Riggs' face. I love it. So recently announced in that card, and this is interesting to me, is the co-main event. Leo Brashear versus Defiant Brian Atchison. We've seen them both. It's going to be a great fight. And whenever I talk to people in Great Falls, when I try to help out with the local marketing and all, I've gotten from way more than one person that they are both going to come. Like they're legends in Montana. They're both going to come out and just go for it. And we've seen them both fight. I think they're both 1-0. And look, Leo doesn't play. I talked to him the other day, and Defiant Bryant doesn't play either. So
Yeah.
this is a match I'm excited about. And again, I think the crowd's going to be hot. I think they'll be crazy because those guys are like legendary in
Midwest
Montana.
boys are no joke, man. Didn't Brock Lesnar, wasn't he from the Midwest?
Minnesota?
They got that that farmer strength, man.
I-
That's on a whole other level. Like where they call it the old man strength.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of
Like
different.
shake your hand, they
crack
crack it
you.
in two. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that corn-fed strength.
the corn-fed, the corn-fed meathead, right? That's
Yeah,
the
definitely a
strength.
fight to look forward to.
So
Forward to, excuse me.
that whole card's going to be awesome. We're looking forward to that. There's so much coming up with BKFC, and coming up right here now. I mean, not too far away. You have Wichita, April 8th, and you have the Caveman, Dave Rickles. Caveman, we love him.
Somebody's gonna take an L,
Green
man.
Mike, right.
2 undefeated fighters. Somebody's got to take an L.
The thing is, though, with the Caveman, the guy has no reverse gear. He doesn't. He just comes forward. That's why I like watching him fight. And I love his walkouts too. I can't wait. We always talk about that, but I can't
Awesome,
wait.
man.
What do you think his walkout's going to be this time? Any ideas?
If he brought out a giant like Flintstone style, caveman.
I think has he done something like that before?
bat for lack
that would
of
be
a better
cool.
term. Club.
I know he's done the Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance. I know he's
Yeah.
done the Squid Games last time. We talked about how he had to go because he never came in here to create his own
Gotta get
costumes.
tickets to find out.
I-
Watch it live.
I know BKFC.com, but I think he could do like. I mean, he's a wrestling guy. He was on the big screen at SmackDown. We went last time. Wichita. He's such a legend. I wonder if he doesn't do like a tribute to Scott Hall. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Coming
His
out
last-
as
yeah,
Razor Ramon. He could just get the hair.
Yeah, his last fight, man. I probably watched it about 4 times in the past week. Him and Julian Lane.
Oh, my
What a
gosh.
war! What a war! Oh, we
Isn't
forgot
that
to
up
tell
there?
the fans that's part of our new concept for the show. It's going to be a watch along party. Me and Brian are going to be breaking down some of our
Oh,
favorite
Lord.
fights. We're going to give our comments, and
I didn't
we're
even know
gonna,
that.
We're going to do it live on the show.
I didn't know it till now. All right. Well, that'll be
Nobody
fun.
did.
I think Rob just thought about it.
Yeah, man, that was a great curveball. Y'all like that?
Great.
And
That was great.
we also have on this card coming up. We're excited about Marciano Hernandez. He already has a win under his belt from last time we were Wichita. Undefeated pro boxer, brother of Nico Hernandez, and who's the Olympic bronze medalist who's fought for us before. So we're excited because the crowd gets crazy. Last time we were in Wichita, I always say New York's the best crowd. I feel like Wichita last time was really, really, really loud. I don't know if it came through on TV, but they were
about
ready
electric.
to go, dude.
Yeah.
They were ready to go. I mean,
Intros Bank Arena, man. Great location.
what about here?
Phenomenal.
Jessica Link, Crystal Pittman. I mean, the female fights, that's going to be awesome. And we're looking at some of the Julian Lane Caveman now that we were just talking about. I mean, you can see why. And I always say about Julian Lane, I want to give Julian Lane his props like I always do. I mean, this guy, regardless of record or anything like that, any fight he's in, I'm going to watch because he brings it, dude. And he
Yeah,
brought it.
there
with
was
Caveman.
no quitting in either one of these, man. These guys just went straight to war. Check it out, man. One of the best fights of 2021.
I think so,
Easy.
too. I think so,
Easily.
too. And I
Standing
knew it.
ovation from the crowd after that.
As
man.
well deserved. I
Yes.
forget who I was talking to. I was sitting next to somebody, and they were like, I knew it. I don't know if it was Nate or somebody else that said that they wanted to do this match and they knew it would be this good. And I'm like, when I saw like it on the card, I knew it was going to be good. But then you watch it and you're, oof, man. God bless both those guys. So Rickles got to be ready to bring it again against, and he better be, with Mike the Marine Richmond. I mean, Mike is insanely confident. We've seen that time and time again. He's been calling people out like in Elvin Brito, saying that he's not as good as everyone says he is. He's complimenting Luis Palomino. This guy works really hard. I learned that as we followed him for his spotlight. This guy trains his ass off. He's working late at night. He's constantly moving, and he's very ambitious. I mean, so ambitious to achieve success, and it's not just in fighting. It's from the military. It's his current job now, Rick's Cabaret. He's like the GM or something there. He's a bigwig there. He is so driven in everything he does. That's what I get out of Mike Richmond. He's going to achieve success no matter what it takes in every aspect of his life. It can be at the sacrifice of anything. He will achieve success. That's what I gather from. So you have a dangerous man like that who has had his military time, who knows how to compartmentalize things, who can come there and really focus, taking on another vet like Dave the Caveman Rickles. And somebody said the other day on Sports Grid, did you guys ever think this would happen in Bellator or something? And Caveman said something like, said something to the effect of he was a skinny twig in Bellator. We would never fought each other. And I was like, oof. So there's little teeny shots here and there.
digs. Yeah, a couple
little digs. I dig little digs. So you got to listen for them. But that's going to be an exciting fight for so many reasons. I'm excited for it. And either one of those guys then will be, I guess, challenging for the middleweight title,
Yeah, it's
title
for the
eliminator.
number one contender spot.
And then what?
You win, getting shot at the title.
Then I don't think we even gave respect to the co-main event there.
But
I mean, that's
put
another
some
good
respect on that name.
one. Heck yeah, man. That's another. It's the light heavyweight title limiter, right? It's Isaac Doolittle
Warren.
and Jared Warren.
Yeah.
And these
I
guys.
smell knockout. That is not going to the decision. That's going to be a knockout.
I think so too, and it's concerning because Isaac Doolittle does not have the reach of Jared Warren, and we just saw that recently with Kid Gotti and Anthony Reddick. When the reach was a lot different, there's not even close to have the reach. So it's going to be interesting to see how Isaac. I mean, Isaac's probably used to that, I guess, but it's going to be interesting to see how he defends against Jared, and just to see Jared's been a guy who's been on a tear, but Isaac as well. And I think I gave this stat last week, but I want to say it again because it's very interesting. Jared Warren, anytime he has come up against an undefeated person, their undefeated streak has ended. So that's something to think about going into this. And I'm looking forward to see what happens. I mean, that's like, I like weird stats like that because it's like the icing on the cake. As you watch, it makes it mean even more.
I'm a stat head.
Yeah, when I can figure them out. So throw it in the comments. You have any other stats? Let us know about the fights that we're looking at here, and we can talk more about them.
Mike Richmond has always gone in to enemy territory and defeated the hometown hero.
That is true, and we were talking about that on the interview about Mike Richmond. He's not just defeated him; I believe he's knocked him out. Right, and they're in pretty quick fashion, and that's the other thing you want to look like with Richmond. He's never been to the 5th round, 4th round. He's never been in deep waters. I don't think he's ever been past the 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, I think second round.
Yeah, and so now, I mean, obviously he's conditioning himself in case it needs to go there, but does that change matters if it goes a little later than he expects? He's never been there. Caveman's been there before. He's had a lot of decisions.
I weighed my opinion on it. I think Richmond's got to take him out in the first 2. If it goes longer, it's going to be more towards Rickles camp.
I agree, but do you think that Richmond is going to back him up immediately? Think it's because Caveman's always coming forward. Do you think it's going to be like, whoa? Because the one thing Richmond has said before is it's almost like he has dynamite in his hands, and people don't feel the power or don't respect the power till they get in there and feel it, and then whoa.
Rickles' head is like made out of granite, dude.
I know.
He took some huge shots from lane and just kept moving forward. Shots that would knock anybody out. So it's going to be tough, man. Richmond's going to have to bring his A game, and he's going to have to really, really bring it. It's going to be a tough one to call, man.
I mean, I don't want to jip anybody and not talk about them. I saw Steve O'Morris last night. He was on Mission Accomplished, and it was interesting to see what he had to say as well for his fight. He's ready to go. I mean, this guy is locked, loaded, and ready. And he's going to be fun to watch, but LJ is no joke. Like, he's not some pushover. And then you look at the rest of the card now. I don't know what they're showing up here right now. What is this? This is exciting. Is it Mike Richmond and Dakota Cochran? So this is the last time that Mike Richmond and Dakota Cochran, a very respected fighter. I mean, I was shocked that it ended that quick in Dakota Cochran's hometown. The crowd was like, whoop, silent, and then they leave, and then booed a little bit. They got out. But Richmond had said to me that he's getting a taste for this. He enjoys.
It's that body shot,
man. He rips those body shots. He enjoys going into hometowns now and knocking people out. He said he likes being the villain. He likes being booed. He doesn't care. He said he's kind of getting a taste for it. So I kind of, I think there's low-key heat here. They respect each other, but there's a low-key little bit of heat between them. You can see it as you interview them. That's at least I can. Look, there's a big watcher of the podcast, Andy Glenn, the referee. He's a big fan of the podcast. Shout out to Andy. I mean, look at this guy.
It's going to be an exciting fight for sure.
Let's watch this for a second.
Final seconds, round number 1. Cochran down. Glenn starts his count again. Again, you cannot.
So that was he went down 3 times in round 1, I believe.
That was 3 times in round 1, Evan?
Yeah, and Dakota Cochran's a guy who went, who beat Chris Lieben.
Dakota Cochran's no
he's
joke.
A tank, dude. Yeah.
It was very shot. I mean, look.
And Mike Richmond's a guy who fought it at 45. You know what I mean? And he's come up to 75. And has that kind of power still. It's fucking crazy.
It's unbelievable.
He's got that speed too, man.
Yeah.
He's quick.
And he knows it.
Quick.
Yeah. He's a guy that knows it. And he's ready. He's ready. You can tell he's ready to run roughshod over Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And he's, like I said, he's a guy that, like, even if he thinks he might lose, he's just not going to lose in his brain. He's even if it, like a little, he won't be denied. And that's what I gathered. Anything he does, he will not lose. He will not be denied. That's what I gathered from him.
That's a must-see fight.
I'm excited.
Must-see fight.
I feel like we always say that, but it's so true, dude.
Speaking of tough to call, do you want to unwrap the rankings? Where should we begin with that?
Oh my God, yes.
I know.
Well, let's
my
preface
eyes
it.
went down for that one, dude, because
the amount of DMs and messages I'm getting and the comments of just tearing them apart. And I want to preface this: I'm not going to tear apart the ranking committee.
It's a tough job.
We don't. It is a tough job.
I wouldn't want it.
It's subjective, for sometimes anyway. But I want to preface this: BKFC, we have no control. I bitched and moaned about it. They can't change anything. And that's how they keep it. It's it's
independent
not us.
of bare knuckle fighting championship. And I want to say, look, if you're going to clip something else, clip this right now, because I want people to understand when they complain to us.
Media.
Exactly. It's independent of bare knuckle fighting championship. I agree with Evan what he's saying, because look, I don't have a huge opinion, nor can I, on these rankings, but you do, and we want to examine those opinions. However, we talk off the air, and I'm going to say, and this is where I'll leave it, do we agree with all the rankings? Probably not, but again, it's not us, and I think that's a good thing, because now it breeds discussion. Sure. Why are they wrong?
All
What's going on?
Well,
Why are they okay?
Let's get right into it.
Let's look at what they're saying.
Can we start with the lightest division possible, and then we'll just work our way up
we'll
to
throw it on
the
the screen.
heavyweight?
Throw them up.
Let's see what we have here.
All right, let's just start.
All right, the women's flyweight rankings.
There's so many rankings. I don't want to spend 45 minutes on each one.
No, let's just look
kind of weighing on it really fast.
I mean, I'd be interested, because I can't see what the fans are saying. My opinion doesn't matter. The people that spend the money, that's opinion who matters. Of course, Christine Faria, well earned. She won the championship. Now, Britain Hart, number 1 ranked. I think the fans are confused a little bit by that, right? I'm not saying I am, but I think the fans could be. But I think it makes a little bit of sense. Taylor Starling, who wants the fight with Christine Faria at number 2. Ostovich 3, Jenny Savage number 4, and Pearl Gonzalez number 5. Where are you at with those rankings, Rob?
I was gonna say, what would you actually change on this? Well, I honestly wouldn't change that much. I don't see like a huge wow, that's just it's mind blown. Like Rachel Ostovich, I think has some serious power, but she's only had 1 fight. So how,
so you can't.
How can you move her up or down? I mean it's.
Well, I don't understand this about rankings.
What do you see that you would change?
Well, that's not really for me to comment on, because I'm not the rankings committee, and I'm not supposed to comment on that. But what I have a question. This is a real question, because I don't know. I've never dealt with rankings like this before. You have Jenny Savage at 2-1, right? You have Rachel Ostovich at 1-0. Now, Rachel Ostovich, obviously, with all due respect to Jenny, the bigger name of the two, had a great fight against Paige. I really enjoyed watching that. Jenny Savage is 2-1. She's got more wins, but she has 1 loss. So does that how do they? Devin, somebody
Hey, what's up?
I was saying Jenny Savage at 2-1 is number 4, where Rachel Ostovich is 1-0, right? Mm-hmm. Why would that be?
I don't know. Wait till we get to lightweight with Chad. Chad's great, but he's had 1 fight, and he's the top ranked contender at 155, above people who've had multiple fights. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting to tease that a little bit, but
he just gave it away.
That's fine. No, well, there's a lot of stuff
on social media. What do you mean?
It's been on social media.
Well,
Yeah,
people haven't seen it for the first time. We're
Listen,
introducing
do I
themselves.
think Rachel should be above fighters who've had more fight? I don't understand. I don't know how that works. I don't personally. I don't think so. But maybe there's some system. I don't know.
But again, it's not up to us. It's up to Combat Registry. They're the ones doing it, right?
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. I agree with this. I have no
Well, I'm not. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just saying what I read some of the comments about certain things, and I don't
question. I don't.
But I'm curious about really the records, man. That's all.
I hear.
And then Britain, I guess you could say she does deserve number 1, because she's had a killer year, because it's the last 12 months, right? Mm-hmm. She had a killer year then, and she comes off a recent loss from Christine Faria. But I mean, you're right. Then if she had a killer year.
She really did. Fights. Yeah, like you said though, you gotta have to.
What about the? Is it like also she might have had more competition in the fights?
It's basically a rankings committee, right? So it's a democratic way, I suppose, of looking at it. If you
diplomatic,
me and Evan, if me and Evan sat in the same room and said, hey, 2 out of 3 of us say Rachel is above Jenny, but you have Jenny above that, it's. That's how the rankings going to break down.
What are they saying online about the rankings? Have you read anything?
Oh,
Do you
man.
see anything?
Well, let's keep going. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Well, we have to figure out what the fans are saying, too, but we can go to the next one. What's the next one?
Yeah, and if you're watching this on the podcast or if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you drop us your thoughts in the comments. Let us know who you think should be ranked or if there's any discrepancies.
Flyweight. Now, look at this. This is interesting. And the other thing with these rankings is some of these weight classes, we don't have an abundance of people in yet, because we're still a new sport. So you're going to see a little weirdness in the rankings. What do you think about this, Rob? That's Marciano Hernandez, number 1. We just talked about him. Of course, he won last time. We're in Wichita. He'll be fighting on the card coming up April 8th, BKFC.com. If you want to see him fight, see why he's ranked number 1, and you can judge for yourself if you've never seen him. I know they probably don't look at it, but he's undefeated in pro boxing too, apparently. I don't know if that helps him. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? I want the fans and Rob.
Yeah, I mean, you have a plethora of fighters, that
Well, this
are
one's
1-0.
tough because
Yeah.
We don't have a lot
Flyweigh's a
in
new
this one.
division.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
think
We're a
there's
new
only been
sport, so
handful of like Abby says 3 and 4 there. He's not 3 and 4 at 125 though.
I know.
and that's the other thing. They could excel in one division, and then they're newer in another division, or they move around. And then how do they do that? This is all, I say it again, new to everybody, us included. So we're going to we might scrape our knees on a couple of these. We might not agree with them, but we'll figure it out as we go along because that's what's being cool about a new sport.
Don't yell at us.
Yeah, it's not
We
us.
didn't do it.
Combat wrestling.
Don't shoot the
listen,
messenger.
I said it before. You want to be ranked number 1? You want to be the best ranked? Beat everybody. Beat
Agree.
everybody. Then there's no question.
Agree.
Beat everybody in your division. There's no chance for you not to be ranked number 1.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on from flyweight rankings. Since look, you can see it up there, but we don't have a deep division on that yet. We'll keep our eyes on that. And these will be updated. How often are these going to be updated?
Once a month.
Once a month. Okay, good to know.
Shout out to the Only Hands crew. Looks like they're all tuning in.
Only Hands,
Here
what's
to
up?
Here to weigh in.
Yeah, I love it. I love that
right,
people are
man.
weighing in. I want to hear what they're saying as we do this. Bantamweight rankings. Of course, the champion right now. Well,
Yeah. So this is a tough one, man. All right, I could see the fans going crazy on this one for sure. All right, so a lot to unpack. All right, Johnny Bedford, 6-1 champion. He's the champion. So you had the drama with Dat. He relinquished his belt, but now he's in the rankings. That's tough because, Dat moved up in weight. He fought Palomino.
Yeah.
Where do you properly rank him? Do you rank him in every division? Do you rank him in this division? So this is a tough one.
Where do you put him? I
Tough
agree.
one for sure. Johnny Bedford's a champ, so that's unquestionable.
Interim
Jared
champ,
Grant,
Jared Grant, 5-0. He even if Jared wasn't the interim champ, he should be number 1. He should. I mean, the guy's undefeated. That's definitely good.
and I know the Reggie and Dat fight that has to happen.
Yeah, remember
Please,
that they had all
we
that
gotta
they had a
get
little
that-
chaos at
yeah,
one
we gotta
time.
get that going.
Yeah, and so you got 3-1 Dat Reggie. I'm looking forward to see Reggie back in. I'm a big fan of Reggie Barnett
too.
Jr. 6-2. Diaz, man, oh man, that guy Perro. He's probably excited to be number 4. Travis Thompson, number 5, 4-4.
Travis was calling Diaz out. He was
I know.
he was saying some very, very choice words from my man, dude. Make that fight. Whoever's the matchmakers for the
Yeah, right,
upcoming
dude.
bouts. That's the matches. Make that.
Yeah,
Or-
right.
Ah,
Look,
man.
boom. There you go. The whole
that's
rankings
easy.
should be the matches.
All right, boom, let's go.
There you
Next.
go. And I love Travis Thompson's fun because he gets crazy.
He is.
He's nuts, man. All right.
I love that division, man. So much speed.
packed.
Oh man. I love
So what
it.
are they
I
saying
love it.
online? Are
They're
you looking
exciting.
here? What are they saying about the rankings? Is anybody looking? I can't
Obviously,
see.
a lot of people aren't happy with them.
Well, I want to hear what they have
but-
to say.
Well, we'll find some comments.
Good, all
I
right.
guess. I don't want to bash the ranking committee.
We're not
I don't wanna
bashing the
scare
rank
them
committee.
away.
You're just giving your thoughts on it. You don't have to bash. Like this
No,
is how
I
we're.
mean,
It's
again,
your thoughts. We're being
I
transparent.
actually for the first couple, I'm not nothing like blew me away. Like, oh man, that's it is what it is.
Featherweight rankings. Again, this is an interesting weight class. How do you feel about these? These look good to you?
Same thing. We're looking at the same. What was it? 2 rankings prior to this, where we have a plethora of fighters. It's a newer weight class that they're all 1-0. So, to me, if I was a fighter and I'm in this division, it's open. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait years to excel. A couple of fights or even a fight or two, you're up. You're number 1.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. Like I said, the sport's so new and people are so new coming into it. If you're a fighter, you can leapfrog people like crazy and get higher in the rankings right now. And this is another weight class it's an interesting weight class. You can tell all these guys that are ranked, they're exciting fighters, they're great fighters, but we have to see, or they seem to be great fighters. We haven't seen a lot out of all of them, but we want to see where they go. And I think that's kind of part of the fun because now we get to follow their journey in a new sport where the rankings, whether you agree or you don't, they're the rankings, and we get to see these guys leapfrog. Like Kai Stewart, who's to say with a win, he doesn't leapfrog somebody in the ratings, coming up here in what's that, Montana. We'll see.
No, I'm reading some of the comments, man. 1-0 as a number 1.
Yeah, that's what's interesting to me. That's what I don't understand fully.
Sure.
Is it the quality of fighter who he fought? Is it? I mean, Rusty's 3-3. He's had more fights. This guy's
everybody's weighing in. Where is Chowbeck?
yeah, that guy.
Has he? So part of their criteria, and I know that Evan has a better grasp on this, is they have to have fought in that division within the past 12
12
months. Can you correct me if I'm wrong? Eddie?
Yeah, and which I was confused at because Chalbeck, it has to be in that division because he's fought in the last 12 months, just not in that division. So I guess that kicks him out. But so if he was like, according to these rankings, like if Chalbeck was to fight before any of these guys and he became, 2-1, I guess.
Okay.
Would that move him to, the 1 spot, or how does that work?
I don't know.
Question.
We should get some guys from the combat registry on here next week to talk.
Oh God, they probably don't want to be.
But I think that
it's a free job. Like it's not like they're getting
we
paid
appreciate
for
it.
you, so you got to take it.
And it's a tough job.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it.
It's like being a ref.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, you're never going to make anybody happy, no matter what you do. So we'll keep them in the shadows.
I will say about Chalbeck, I saw him on. He was on Mission Accomplished last night, and I was watching his interview. That guy's ready to go, and he's fun to watch fight, and he's tough. And I'm looking forward to see him come back. I'm trying to think who he's calling out.
They proposed a.
What was the fight?
I watched the Mike and Mitch from start to finish. It was a great episode.
Yeah, they were awesome.
But he said Tyler, or actually Mike actually said, or it might have been Kyle. One of the Mish guys said
Mish boys.
He should fight. Oh my God, spit it out. What the hell is his name?
I don't remember.
Tyler Goodjohn.
That's it.
In England,
That's
at
it.
45.
And he was up for it.
That would be such a great fight.
I think so too. And they were trying to book the fight on their show,
their
which
own,
I'm gonna agree with that.
I agree as well.
Yeah, Evan as well. We all want to see that fight. Nate, make the fight, right?
And his army of matchmakers out there. Let's get it done.
All right,
oh man, yeah, we'll get to the London. Man, I am excited about that.
Let's get the next.
That's gonna be great.
Let's get
we have up
lightweight
next.
up. My favorite.
Lightweight. All right.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
this is a packed division. Oh,
So let's unpack
Hold
this.
on, yeah. Let me take a step. Let me take a step back.
Let's
on
let them
this
see
one.
it.
All right, I agree
Champion.
with Luis Palomino.
6-0. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easy.
Luis the champ.
This is interesting. Man, I can guess what they're saying in the comments about this. Is there anything in there that you're seeing pop up?
Chad Mendez.
Yeah, I think people are going to be confused
number
by
one
that.
with 1-0.
I think people.
I'm
are
not
gonna be
sure
confused
about
by
that. Now, and that's a thing though. How are they? Are they weighing the fighters' previous record in other sports?
That's what I wonder.
I don't know the answer to this. Right? I don't know the answer to this. If so, then yeah, then Chad Mendez does deserve to be number one.
But
he's fought some of the best at some of the highest level. If that's a weighing factor.
But
if
should that be a weighing factor? I don't even know.
If it's exclusive for BKFC, you might want to take another look at it.
Well, it
maybe.
is because we're only looking at
their
BKFC record.
Yeah,
like
look,
if you look at, you know what I mean?
No, I know, I understand that.
So maybe I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. So again, Chad Mendez, maybe from the people that were ranking has name value to them or something. I mean, I can understand why he would, but in bare knuckle fighting championship, I think, this is me personally, I think it just needs to be, no matter who you are, you come in at 0-0. You have no wins, no losses. And if you get one win, great for you, but you should still be building yourself up like everyone else is. And I'd like to think that's how it is, but again, I don't control these rankings.
Yeah, that's all I'm just taking a shot at the dark.
There you go. I mean, what are people saying online about this one? This is probably the mostly contested one.
Yeah, I mean,
so
other
what are we
than
saying?
that, other than the Chad Mendez, I think everything else looks pretty aligned.
Would Chad Mendez be in the top 5 if he wasn't number 1? Do you think?
What's that?
Would he be in the top 5 if he wasn't number 1? I mean, if in your estimation.
Well, if these are the 6 fighters that we have, yeah, I would. If you just took BKFC again, if they're taking the totality of a person's record and weighing in on.
Is everyone in the chat, because I can't see the chat, I'm going to have to bring my own chat thing here. Are they saying that they agree that it's interesting to them that Mendez would be number 1? I would guess they're kind of all going nuts about that. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean, people are being transparent. They're saying names.
As are we.
Names don't mean anything. They shouldn't be taking previous records into account.
I don't think they are, though. They're not. I don't think they are because we're only showing our record.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
Was the plan to look like 2 morons that don't know anything about this?
Well, that's the thing. We're not the ranking committee, so
I don't know. I just know it's powered by Combat Registry, and like I said, it's not an easy job, and none of us would want it either. I guess we've seen this slide. I guess the people are speaking out. I don't know what they're saying. Let's move on to the next one.
Dude, but listen,
What?
again, may not agree with it, may seem like it's garbage. if you're the number 2 guy or the number 3 guy, call the number 1 guy out. If you don't believe in the rankings, step up.
That is true. That
Step
could be
up,
some
show 'em
good,
what you
interesting
got.
stuff.
Right? So if I'm number 3 and I'm like, I should be number 1, or I'm number 5
Speak
and
on
I
it.
say I'm number 2, I challenge the number 2 guy and he smokes me, guess what? I was right. I was the number 5 guy. I wasn't the number 2.
Yeah.
So step up,
And speak out.
take the fight, and
Well,
hey.
first thing first, they have to speak out and let
Yeah,
people
make-
know
you
they're,
know,
they're
that's-
dissatisfied.
yeah,
and that's
make-
fine if you do that.
Yeah, make your case known through your actions in the ring. That's the only way you'll solve these problems.
In the ring, and I'd also say, like I said, I'm a nerd for this stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I love a good call out, and I would love to see.
I love a good matchup.
The call out, then a matchup,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But my point is, I want to see the fighters. I want to know what they think about this. I want to see, we're looking at their social media. I want to see. I bet you there's going to be some rebuttals today and some. Yeah, I deserve that today. It'll be interesting to check out all their social medias.
Let's
Let's
roll.
check the next one.
Yeah.
Welterweight rankings. There he is in Puerto Rico training with Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt right now. In the camp, Elvin Burrito. He's helping train him, 5-2. A lot of people say that he is the highest IQ when it comes to bare knuckle. Mike Richmond would disagree. Jim Aller's number 1. That's interesting.
Very.
Okay. That's another one. I'd be curious what they're saying in the comments about
I
that.
guess it's under 12 months. But yeah, Jim Allers was a knockout artist until he faced until he
knuckle
went
beast.
up against Palomino.
And then Palomino became
was,
the knockout artist.
Yeah, he beat Brito, right?
Yeah. Well,
He beat Harris in a 5-round war.
so
But Jim Allers, that to me that makes sense.
they're probably
Caleb
looking at-
Harris, that makes sense.
yeah, I mean, again, see what the fans have to say. My opinion doesn't matter as much as their opinion. I like to see Joe Elmore on there at number 5 because I'm actually looking forward to Joe Elmore fight coming up. I enjoy as a fan, specifically as a fan, I enjoy watching his fights because that guy is tough. And there's rumors of him and Connor. I saw Connor Tierney was calling him out for England, which would be interesting, and that would be fun to watch. But I mean, these rankings again. Let us know how you feel about them. We want to hear more about it.
Joe Elmore is never short for words. I'd love to hear what he thinks about that. If I'm Joe Elmore, I'm probably thinking I should be a little bit higher on this ranking, probably 3rd, maybe 2nd.
When's the last time he fought? What was how long ago was he? That was within a year, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was March in Biloxi, March 2021.
Was that was him and Garcia?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the last time he fought. So he's right on the button of that 12-month thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing him come back.
I want to address one thing real
Please.
quick. I see people in the comments talking about Connor Tierney. So the fight that he had with who stepped in? Jeremiah Riggs actually went up to middleweight because it was a 170
Yeah, it
catch,
was
and
a
that's
catch
why he
weight.
was not included in the welterweight rankings. So I
Thanks
wanted
for
to address
addressing
that.
that.
I see a
Thank
lot
you.
of people commenting on that.
And man, as a fan, this is the beginning stages of way back when of just Ultimate Fighter or Pride Fighting Championships, where people are just getting their footing. The divisions are just getting their footing. So now is the time to be a fan, to see
right.
these guys rise up through the ranks and see how they grow as fighters and personalities. Man, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
I am too, man. And I think that every month when we put these things out, or excuse me, we get them from Combat Registry and then put them out, I think that it's going to be exciting because you get to see, I say this I feel like every week, you're getting to see a brand new sport. You're seeing us when we scrape our knees. You're seeing us when you don't agree with something. We're being extremely transparent. And if you're part of the show that we do every week here, we're kind of being very open with you, probably more open than I am at any other time with this kind of stuff.
And number 1, Jim Allers. I'm calling Jim Allers out.
I can't wait till he knocks you out, Rob.
Yeah, listen,
Knock Rob out.
Let me finish. I'm calling Jim Allers out. When are you coming back to fight with BKFC, sir? I know you were injured. I love to see you back in the ring. You're an exciting fighter. The fans love you. I hope you get better. I hope everything goes well with your healing in your ankle. But please come back soon to BKFC. You're an exciting fighter. I just love watching him.
He's already got another fight signed against you.
Yeah,
you
right.
didn't know that yet? You didn't know that
Well,
yet?
then he's 5-1 already. Jim Allers, I'd love to see you back in the ring. Hopefully we can get him back soon.
What's up, Ev?
But don't you have to have fought in the last year to be ranked?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sorry, I was in the bad.
No. I'm saying I said the same thing. It's 12 months.
So I don't know how that works.
When's the last time Jim fought
Well,
against
maybe
Luis?
he was.
Luis.
Here, no.
That wasn't a year
Hold on,
then,
no.
was it?
He was active for the fight with Tierney,
But then
he got injured.
So is that considered
does it
active because he's doing a
reset?
camp?
I don't know.
That's what
Like,
I mean.
These are questions that we have to
But
get
he had
ironed
a
out.
fight. He had a fight scheduled. You gotta give the benefit of the doubt. Jim Allers was scheduled to fight Connor Tierney, which I think would have been an absolute war. Not saying his last bout wasn't phenomenal, but give him a little bit of a credit. He got injured. You just don't toss him away, but he was active for that fight. He's on the injured list. Hope to see him back soon and see how this division rolls out.
I might have missed this. Did we talk about Connor Tierney and why?
Yes, we brought that up. We addressed that.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dave.
He's in the comments. He's
all right. Well, let Connor know.
Dave
Connor,
already
if you're
mentioned that
listening,
comment.
if you're listening, it's because the fight was at 170, so they didn't put you in 65.
And then Connor's going to be a guy that I'm excited to see when they start ranking him, to see if he shoots up and where he goes. Because I've said it time and time again. It was a fun fight to watch. I think he's got a bright future in bare knuckle fighting championship. Let's check the next weight division here.
And received word from the top that these will be updated actually after every fight. You can check
every fight, yes.
BKFC.com. There'll be a list of all the current
The
rankings.
Suits told you that?
Yeah, the Suits weighed in. They called me on
Wow,
the big red phone.
Look at this division, man. A bunch of killers,
It's
dude.
a great division. I love this division.
I would not want to be the person ranking this. Diago, man, the champ. Man, his fights weren't just fights; they were wars.
They're wars, yeah.
Yuli had him knocked down.
I thought that was going to go Yuli's way that night. I really did.
I was like, man, he is going to get this win.
I thought the same thing. It shocked me.
Yuli showed a lot of heart in that fight. Great bout between them two.
Yeah, I love watching Yuli fight. He's fun. So he comes at number 1, and then number 2, 4-0. You got Francisco there, our Italian friend, my paisan, right? So I mean, he's a guy that I enjoy watching fight, and this guy everyone here loves to fight, but he has such a love of fighting. So I'm sure he's excited to be number 2. I'm sure he's looking for a better ranking than that. But I mean, I'm looking at the rankings now. I mean, what do you think of number 3?
All right, so
Look at it.
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, that's it, because they're all 2-0.
I don't even have to comment on 3, 4, and 5, and the reason being is because 4 and 5 are fighting for the first position.
Yep.
They are fighting for the number 1 contender spot. So to me, there's a lot of people that can say this doesn't look right, doesn't seem right. If the match wasn't made and it's made, 4 and 5, winner of that is going to be able to fight for the championship belt. I've got nothing. I'm good.
Yeah.
If I'm one of these fighters, though, right now, I'm feeling some kind of way maybe.
You can talk about it, let us know.
But I'm good. I'm good knowing that I'm going to get the number 1 contender spot.
And again, I agree with Rob. Like, if there's something at work that you don't agree with, right? Professionally, you would go and speak about it, right? So if you see something and you're a fighter and you feel like you're slighted, you feel like you're not ranked properly, talk about it. Let us know on social media, and then we can kind of go from there. We just need the context of what you think, because this is all armchair quarterbacking. We're not in there. We're not fighting. I want to hear from the fighters about where they're ranked and what they think.
And let's throw this in. I mean, it's their first run. I'm sure they're only going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
We needed ranking, so this is, the first draft.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're going to move around. But
Again,
it's fresh. It's
a new sport, man.
Everybody's still finding their weight class and their division. You got to give it some time.
All right,
of
let's
course,
check out the
nothing's
next
perfect,
ones.
and you're never
did
going to please
did
everybody.
We talk 3, 4, and 5 on that, Dave? Do we want to put that back up?
Well, we kind of did.
Did we?
Yeah,
All right.
Because we talked about Rob kind of summed it up there.
Well, did we mention? I saw Jomi was asking in the comments. So he said, "I'm 7-0, I think. Why am I not?"
Well,
ranked?"
that's my other question.
Because they look at BKFC
That's
records
it?
only.
So it's not all bare knuckle that you've done. It's and
No.
respect to you, Jomi, for that record.
Yeah.
And we're actually
Man,
excited
what
to
a
see
deep
more of what you're
pool.
going to do.
What a deep pool he's in.
The awkward jab.
Everyone.
You got to watch out for that jab, man.
Jomi's a beast, man.
Yeah,
He's going to
no
go
joke.
really far. For sure.
Jomi's another guy.
And
I mean,
that's
look.
what I mean. You do not take all the rankings with a grain of salt. I cannot stress this enough. Beat number 4, beat number 5, beat number 3, then there's no question.
Yeah.
But if I beat number 3 though, and then I'm still ranked behind that person, then I've got some words. Then I got an argument.
I
but
agree.
you fought a lot. You're a professional in the sport. Of course, you want your due. It's coming.
How do you decide if you look at those records, those 3 guys are all 2-0 in BKFC. How do you decide where who's 3, who's 4, and who's 5?
I got to guess they were looking at who they fought. I'm not sure who everyone who's 3, 4, and 5 fought.
Did he knock anybody? Well,
Dennis Sedano, he was. I think he fought on the prelims for both of his fights. If I'm wrong, sorry.
Yeah,
but
well, no, there's a lot of fights happening.
Mike and Rickles are about the headline event. Mike's both of his fights have been main events. I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean, Matt. That should be an easy. Maybe you, Dennis, should be a notch or 2 down. Again, if this fight wasn't already made, Richmond and Rickles for the main event, for the number 1 contender spot, Yeah, I'd be, I would be very, very, very vocal on that, but it's made. The fight's made. We know who's going to be ranked number 1 after that.
By the way, where can they purchase that fight if they want to watch it?
BKFC.com.
That's right.
Download the app.
All right, let's see what else we have. All powered by Combat Registry. These rankings, thank you to them. Light heavyweight rankings. Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt. He's going to love seeing himself up there. No GOAT in there. He could say he's the GOAT with the title. And number 1, okay, Dave Mundell. We got Yuli in this one as well. Joe Riggs, who's coming up for a fight. We have all these guys are coming up for. Look at Joe Riggs. He's coming up against Lorenzo Hunt. So maybe Joe Riggs could be up there. We don't know as champion. Jared Warren and Isaac Doolittle. They're going to be in the
match that's made.
Yeah, title eliminator. So whoever is the champion at the end of Hunt and Riggs.
Sense.
So I mean, you can say what you want about these rankings.
Can we address? I want to address our buddies over at the Mike and Mish podcast in
Please
the comments. So Mike says a professional fight is a professional fight.
Okay.
I don't understand how other professional bare knuckle fights don't count. And to that, I could say, well, it's a different rule set. It's a different.
That's true.
It's a different fighting platform. So I can almost understand why, rankings wise, they would look at only BKFC.
Well, right now, there is no universal bare knuckle fighting championship body. There's no organization that's going around saying there's this unification of rules across division.
Right.
I don't think you're going to see that, man, for a very long time, if ever.
Of course. So
because
you're
no
gonna have
organization
these growing pains with the sport.
But
The
no
sport's new.
organization is going to say their way's better than my way. No one's going to do that.
In
I
the
don't think.
beginning of mixed martial arts, there was the Pride Fighting Championship. There was the Ultimate Fighting Champion. There's the WEC.
It's like the alphabet.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to look like this. If you're looking at it like that, Rob, like we're in like 1997 of like MMA world. As far as bare knuckle is like, UFC's what 30 years old. 30 years from now, who knows where things will be at. But right now, we're in the UFC. 10 days right now.
Yeah, we're
We
a little bit past the Amazon days of selling books outside of our garage, but soon the takeover is going to happen. It went from very simple beginnings to getting everything polished up, and you order a can of lemonade and it comes within 3 hours.
Yeah, I think that when we look at these rankings, we keep saying, if you just tuned in, again, new sport, and we're figuring it out as we go. We're not, I should say, even we are with certain things with the rankings committee. So again, to me, this is a really cool time for debate and everything else, and to let us know what you think and let other fans know what you think.
Again, if you're a fighter, if your management is watching this, you know this fighter's above you. You know who you should be calling out. You want that big paycheck? You want that bigger fight? You want that belt? It's all laid out for you now. The path is here.
That's a good way to put it. All right, let's check. What do we have next? Cruiserweight coming up. Let's check that. It's a new logo. Looks good, doesn't it? No, I like the new logo. It's nice.
do.
Shout out to Jeremy Vaughn. Good job. All right, Cruiserweight rankings. Hector Lombard stands atop the mountain at this point. The guy who's looking up at him, number 1, probably can't stand to even look at him. He'll probably tell you all about it. Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, number 1. Quentin Henry, he'll probably be very happy with that ranking. Number 2, Quentin Henry, a very popular fighter. I love watching him fight. And as we go through, Rob, where are you at with these rankings?
I'm sorry, I'm talking to we have...
Your camera keeps turning off.
You see? The camera's trying to tell you something, Rob. Trying to tell you something there. You're not supposed to talk to. He's supposed to sneak in, and you don't speak to him. He just adjusts.
Am I breaking the third wall?
Yeah, that's cool. But now I'm confused. Now take it over. I said.
Well, this is the difficulty when fighters fight in multiple weight classes. Is how do you actually assess their level? I mean, Lorenzo Hunt, he's a champion in another division. He's also ranked in the cruiserweight. So it's a tough one, man. The more fighters that are going to come into the division, the easier it is. It's going to be able to flush things out. Then you're going to have those top elite fighters that can hop in different weight classes,
Well, this goes without saying, Rob. But as these rankings continue, as Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship continues, it's going to be interesting to see if people that are the champions, people that are ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a year from now, as competition gets stiff, are they still going to even be in the top 5? Some of these people. That's going to be interesting to see who can be the ones that stay the longest and be on top of their game. Because some of these guys, in a year or two, you're probably not going to see them in the top 5. You might then see them in the top 10 as the product develops, as the sport develops, as we see different styles creeping in. I always talk about how cool that was. That reminds me of early UFC too. You see different styles creeping in. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at in even 6 months to a year from now as more stuff starts happening. We're running more events now. So we're going to see these rankings probably change dramatically, I would guess.
I would, my only, this is I haven't really weighed in on my opinion on all this. I think number 1, number 2, and number 4 is a very, very, very tight race. I would put in any type of capacity, number 1, number 4, number 2. There's an argument for. There's even an argument.
What's going on here with 3 and 4?
Well, there's an argument for even Gustavo being ahead of Lorenzo because he holds a win over him. But Lorenzo is the champion. He has now more fights than him.
Yep.
So there's some debate there for sure.
That's what it's all about. Debate.
Kakar, apparently they love my man. Big shout out to him 1-0 hitting that third ranked spot.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Are you cool with cruiserweights? You want to move on?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, let's get.
Again, I think that 1, 2, and 4, it's highly contested.
Debatable, yeah.
Between that.
Again, I can't wait. I go back and read all the comments on our YouTube and stuff when we do, because I can't read them now, but I can't wait to see what people are saying. I'm looking forward to reading what you guys are saying.
We've got a message from Connor Tierney.
Brittany in the comments, why has BKFC benched Kakar so damn long? That man isn't hungry. He's starving.
He wants to go to the buffet.
He's great, man. He's a great fighter.
What's the message from Connor Tierney that we got? I'm curious.
I don't think you'll be
Jim Allers, the little pussy, first. What?
All right.
Anyway, I was trying some new technology there through my phone.
So
It went over.
Okay,
air.
I didn't get to hear what he said, but I want to say something first.
So what did he say?
Hold on,
Paraphrase it?
I'm extremely impressed with Connor Tierney. We just talked about it 3 minutes ago. He's already got a video up. It's already out. That's what you're talking about. Put it out. So breaking news. We can throw it right up for the fans. I love doing that. So what did he say?
He said he wasn't happy about Jim Allers being there.
Sure.
Well, he claims that Jim Allers wasn't really hurt. He's been claiming that time and time again. He said Jim Allers was scared to fight him and dropped the fight. That he's been saying that over and over again. So I understand him being upset by that in his mind. So we appreciate you reaching out. That's why we aired your thing, and thank you for saying what you said. Regardless of what I think or Rob thinks or the ranking committee thinks, you're the fighter, Connor. So thank you for weighing in on that. We appreciate it. What do we have up here? Okay, $4.99. You want to see these fights? You can get the entire catalog of content, all the exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff, the fights. We have tons of fights, no extra pay-per-view fees. You can cancel anytime. $4.99 a month. You don't get okay, I'll tell you right now, I'm wearing the shirt. WrestleMania is coming up for WWE. You know how much money that's going to be? It's on the app. But
50, 60?
If you buy that on pay-per-view, it's a lot of money. They charge $9.99 for their app. So we're charging $4.99, and we're giving you a lot of good content too. If you order a UFC pay-per-view, forget about it, dude. I mean, that's you and your friends. That's not dig. We could dig in couch cushions if you don't have a lot of money. Seriously. All right, let's look at the heavyweight rankings. These are very important, and as they all. Arnold Adams stands atop the mountain, 6-1 after defeating Joey Beltran, and Joey at number 1. So what are we doing with these rankings? I know I spoke with Arnold Belcher. Alan, not Arnold. I'm looking at Arnold Adams. Alan Belcher, right after he was cornering Jeremiah Riggs, and I asked him, when are you fighting again? He said, I'm trying to get in soon. And we were in the back. I said, what are you looking to do? And he just simply went like this.
What a crazy time to be a fan.
He's ready
Alan
for the
Belcher
title.
beats Tony Lopez. Tony Lopez goes to another promotion, beats Josh Burns.
Which
it's just,
I don't think anyone expected that.
Nah, not at all, man. But, you can't take anything away. And that's why it's so difficult. Just imagine, how do you rank, just looking at the rankings, just knowing that. You can't ignore the fact that some of these guys are, they're fighting in different divisions. And, hey, I beat this person in that division. Where should I be ranked?
You know what I'd be interested to see? We talk about fighters speaking out about where they're ranked. I'd be interested to see a guy like Arnold Adams or whoever's the champion go through the rankings and just a couple sentences on each fighter, kind of describing if they agree and their thoughts on each fighter. I think that would be captain, just probably 30 seconds on each fighter. I'd love to see what Arnold would have to say about these rankings. It'd be interesting.
Arnold, if you're listening,
or anybody, not just Arnold.
I think we reached out to him before. I think he was a little bit busy to get onto the show, but I'd love to get him on, get his take on the heavyweight rankings.
I mean, even if you,
thoughts.
We'd love to have some people want to talk about that. But even if you just put it on your social media and let us know, because we'll see it. Tag Bare Knuckle FC, and
that's a great segment. Let's get every champion of every division to weigh in on the rankings.
I'd love it.
Each champion for the next couple of weeks.
I'd love it.
Get their opinion on it.
I love it. And like I said, probably 30 seconds to a minute on each guy, what you feel about them, if you think the rankings are correct. And, fighters are going to say they can beat anybody they're up against, but I want to know,
but hurry. The rankings are going to change come April 9th, right?
After every
fight.
show.
The Monday after the scheduled bout.
So I'd be interested to see what he thinks. But look, these guys are all tough guys. Respect to every one of them that's ranked, even the ones that aren't ranked. I mean, there it is, Combat Registry. And like I said, we'll be reading your comments and seeing what you guys think. Dylan Kleckler, I haven't seen him in a while. Sam Shoemaker. You got Gustavo down here. I mean, these are all like tough dudes, game fighters. But Combat Registry, this is where they think they should be ranked. And then you can let us know where you think they should be ranked.
Sleeper, man. He's not even a sleeper anymore.
No, he's not.
He just knocks everybody out.
He's a bad dude.
Puts everybody to sleep.
He's a bad dude. I will say I've been impressed with Alan Belcher and his adaptation when it came to bare knuckle fighting championship, and the fact I always say is he's immersing himself in the sport. With Jeremiah Riggs, he was with Hannah Guy. You can see he loves the sport. He's really kind of getting it. So I'm curious to see where he lands in the future.
But you can't take anything away from the champ, man.
No, you can't. Nor would I. He'll beat me up.
Smooth as silk, slick as ice.
Smooth as silk, slick as ice.
Can't wait to see him fight.
All right,
next.
here's the last one. These are
the pound for pound.
The men's pound for pound rankings.
Okay.
Now, we've heard Luis Palomino say it. He said the fans said it about him. He said it in his most recent fight, and he started echoing it, that he is pound for pound the best bare knuckle fighter in the world. And now, courtesy of Combat Registry, he is.
Yeah, I will just weigh on in number one. There's nothing to debate.
No,
there's nothing.
There's nothing. And Lorenzo is a close second. Lorenzo definitely very, very talented. And then you have Arnold Adams. He's the heavyweight champion. That's interesting too. That he's number 3. I think Arnold. I think these are pretty good pound for pound rankings. As I just off the top of my head, I haven't seen these till now. I'd have to kind of look at it. And
look at this race though. 6-0, 6-1, 6-1, 2-0, 6-1. And Thiago has some wars, man.
That's what I'm thinking. The Julian Lane fight.
His fights though aren't against 0-0 fighters or 0-1 or 0-2 fighters. There with some killers, man. So I could see how he was brought into the mix at number 4.
Well, he was upset. Sure. He said people forgot his name as champion. He feels forgotten about. So now we didn't forget your name, Thiago.
Put some respect on that man's name is what he have done in the combat sporting world.
If you want to say it right, it's Thiago.
Think of it.
You really don't want to forget his name.
I can't.
I just said put some respect on it. I didn't try to articulate it.
So I just think that to be ranked in any of these rankings, especially the pound for pound rankings, to me proves that you're one of the baddest dudes or females walking the earth. To be ranked in the top 5 of a bare knuckle fighting organization, I mean that's something that I'll never be, something you'll never be. I think it's really cool. I mean that's something cool to hang your hat on. So congratulations to everybody that was ranked, and thank you to the fans for weighing in. We want to continue to hear what you have to say. We're not going to silence you. Again, this is all independent of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, done by Combat Registry, and we appreciate them for that. Yeah. And we'll update them after every fight.
Tireless job. It's like a teacher. It's like a
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, tough.
Every fight we'll keep on updating.
Keep up the good fight.
But right here and now, I think we're on the highway to Wichita coming up, April 8th. Man, we've seen the event. We've talked about it. It's going to be a great event. BKFC.com. If you want to get in and you want to watch it for only $4.99 a month, the best value in combat sports. So that's what we have for today. We're excited, full speed ahead to Wichita. And maybe we'll both get some sleep tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Thank you.
Until next time, thank you so much. Cheers. Can't wait for Wichita. I'm pumped for Wichita, man. Buy it, $4.99, BKFC.com. Knuckle up!
Like, comment, subscribe.
Welcome to the world of Bare Knuckle TV. Watch every live Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view event for only $4.99 per month. Enjoy our all-new library of content, including unlimited access to the full library of BKFC pay-per-views, behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare knuckle fights from around the globe. You can access it anywhere you want, anytime you want, instantly on most streaming devices. It's available right now on Bare Knuckle TV. Over 1,000 hours of on-demand content, uncut and uncensored. All here, anytime you want, anywhere you want, for only $4.99 a month. Subscribe now exclusively at BKFC.com. Bare Knuckle Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to Wichita, Kansas on Friday, April 8th with 2 title eliminators. In the main event, Mike the Marine Richmond knuckles up with Dave the Caveman Rickles, both men chasing middleweight gold. In the co-main event, it's a light heavyweight title eliminator as Isaac Doolittle throws hands with Jared Warren. Plus the return of undefeated pro boxer Marciano Hernandez. BKFC 23 on the Bare Knuckle TV app, downloaded at bkfc.com.